Developers of the PlanForge Bay management software aim to eliminate all the day-to-day hassle involved in the supply chain process.
There's benefits to all the role players. So let's talk about the supplier's benefits first. So the guys delivering the goods. For them, the benefit is if they make a time slot, that time slot can be adhered to and agreed. So they can know that they have to arrive half an hour before their slot, they'll be taken in. It means they don't have to sit in the street standing in a queue. So it reduces a bit of risk for them having to stand in the street, etc., etc. It also gives them visibility to their service levels, so it's not behind closed doors anymore. And it gives them that flexibility. So it saves transport costs at the end of the day. Because if you've got a truck standing in a warehouse, the fixed cost of that truck standing is actually quite substantial. Instead of that truck standing now at a DC waiting to offload, it can maybe go do 2 trips instead of 1 a day. So that's the benefit to the supplier. In terms of the benefit to the person running the warehouse, the receiver, they're going to reduce congestion in their yard. So they're not going to have 15 trucks waiting and queuing. They can actually just have the turnaround of the bays. So it helps with yard congestion and risk from that point of view. It also reduces administration. So you don't have 100 Excel spreadsheets that you have to try and capture in manually and consolidate the end of the month to try and report service levels, etc. That's now reduced in terms of, and it gives you history. So the big thing with Excel spreadsheets and manually is trying to maintain and analyze history. Now it's all here, it's all online, and we can build reports.
The system is a web-based platform developed on the internet to make it low cost and easily accessible. So all you need to operate it is an internet connection.
So what I'm going to run through now is the actual booking process. So how someone would log in and they'd come and book in. It's a full secure environment, so we're using a Thought security certificate. So it's all encrypted, no one can see anyone else's information. And what you do to make a booking is you'd go into this bay management screen. So you can see there are a couple of modules which I'll be going through. But to make a booking, you go and select the date you want, the site that you want to deliver to, and what type of product. So you could be delivering chilled, frozen, or ambient product, or you could configure this any which way you want. When you hit the load button, it's now going to go load up all the bays that are available at that site to receive deliveries. So as it loads up, there we go. You'll see it for the Tuesday, 7th of June. These are all the bays that are available for this product type at this site. So we've got 4 rear loading dock leveled bays, 2 side loading bays. And the first thing you configure is the times when it's available. So you can see each of these bays are closed between 0 and 700 hours in the morning. The grey areas are closed times. There are a couple of bays which go up into the evening. So it allows suppliers to know when they can actually do their deliveries. All the different colours are actually bookings. The white areas are available, so someone can go in and select one of these areas to create a booking. I'm going to just load up a booking just to show you what it looks like. So this is a booking for a supplier. It shows the date and time of the supplier, it shows the duration, the planned number of cases, if there's a haulier that's going to come and do the delivery. And what's most important, it shows the planned time. So this supplier came and selected, this tin food supplier has come and selected a 7 or 8 o'clock slot to arrive at 7:30. He's going to start offloading at 8 o'clock, finish offloading at 9 and leave by 9:45. So there's built-in times to say I'm going to arrive at the gate, but I have to then go and reverse up to the bay, hand in my documentation. I'm going to start offloading at 8, plan to finish offloading at 9, then I might have to get some proof of delivery documentation and leave the yard. So it takes gate-to-gate time into account, but also turnaround time at the back door. And you'll see there's planned time and there's actual time. Now what this is very important for is because we're going to start measuring the suppliers based on their performance. If they're not arriving on time, you want to see their service level, the delivery on time service level. You've also got the quantity of what's going to be delivered in the bottom section here. So in this case, we're delivering on behalf of Bob's Megastore. So it doesn't only handle the supplier side, it also handles the customer side. So you might be delivering for several different sort of chain food stores, but you're receiving from several suppliers, a paper supplier, a meat supplier, a bun supplier. And the meat supplier could be delivering you meat for 3 different chain stores on the outbound leg. And being that they're your customer as a logistics service provider, you want to present to them their supplier's service level into the DC. So this delivery gets measured in service levels in 2 ways. One is it measures the supplier on his own merit, and 2 is it measures on your customer's behalf their suppliers into the DC.
The booking screen can be made available to all suppliers so they can do their own bookings. The software can be customized entirely.
And really the output of that is the dashboard. And this is really where the cool stuff happens, because a lot of customers are saying, you're promising me 98% service level, what is the actual service level? And also a lot of the large retail DCs are starting to measure suppliers against each other. So they're starting to say, ranking them, who's best service right down to the lowest service, and they're publishing that information to all the suppliers so they can know how they're going to improve and do better. So that's really what this dashboard does. So it's there's several sections to the dashboard. So you've got this section here which measures your delivery on time, that's DOT, your delivery in full, so that's the quantity section, your turnaround time, you can measure gate to gate or just bay, depending on how you configure the software, the number of cancellations, the number of missed deliveries, and you've got month to date and year to date. So you can see if they're improving or if they're not. This pie chart represents the number of cancellations and what the reasons were the cancellations were for. So it could be due to breakdown, they weren't ready to deliver, vehicle availability could be an issue, and that's configurable. You can configure the reason codes as you like for your industry.
The system also ranks suppliers in order of their performance. Currently, it's in a pilot phase with a logistics company in South Africa. The response has been quite positive in streamlining the company's operations.
We've had interest from Australia already, so we've demonstrated it to a group of people from Australia, and they're busy going through and doing a sort of a due diligence to see if they can use it at a retailer in Australia. And into Africa, certainly there'd be opportunity. I think a lot of the South African retailers, which is an environment where it's strong, are looking to move into Africa, and it could help with deliveries to those DCs up in Africa.
More than just bay management software, Stephen says it can also be used in other industries that run on bookings.